I've served on the PCREC 30 years in October. Greg has served on the Pasco PCREC. And he just thought our party wasn't supporting what he believed in.
Amen to that.
So,
Well, Norm, in honor of you tonight. All right.
Thanks for honoring his youth.
Good evening, all. It's a pleasure and an honor to be down here with you. And just so you know a little bit about me, I was raised in Tampa, went to Gordy Elementary, then went over to Lake Toe High School and on to USF. Went to work with my father in the insurance business back in 1980 when I graduated, and been there ever since. I'm a career insurance agent, and that was one of the reasons that Adrian told me that he pegged me for this position, because the insurance issues are so critical in this race and in this state right now. So I'm honored to be able to contribute my expertise and knowledge in that direction. I was heavily involved in the Republican Executive Committee, worked on many campaigns, not Alex's, unfortunately. And
you just left last year, right?
yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you what, like you all, I realized that we were going nowhere fast. Nothing has been changing in this system for many, many years, regardless of what we attempt to do, who we attempt to send up into office. It just does not change. So I felt that I needed to do something drastic in order to see or contribute to that, to making a difference in that situation. I got to know Adrian 2 years ago at the Libertarian Party of Florida convention down in Fort Myers, and he won me over immediately. He was espousing everything that in my heart that I felt and understood to be true, but had not heard for years from the establishment candidates, Democrat or Republican. And so I started supporting him and working with him in any way that I could, and just recently was very honored to be asked to step into the lieutenant governor position. I've never served in any political office in any way. Don't really know much about the political game, per se. But I will tell you that I am committed to support this man and the things that he believes in, and to represent you all well in the office of Lieutenant Governor. So I appreciate the opportunity, and with that, I will introduce Adrian and ask him to come up.
Well, I got to tell you, Adele pestered me non-stop to come here tonight. And let me tell you the background. Greg and I, as soon as we leave here, we're heading to Miami. And we're kicking off a statewide 6-day tour around the state.
You have to
So
go to Hollywood first.
oh, we stop at, you know my schedule better than I do. But I'm thinking, I don't know, Adele, coming to the Republican Club, isn't that kind of like the Lion's Den?
No.
And I look around this room, and I realize,
Tell him you were a Republican. He was a Republican.
not since the early 90s, and I'm not even sure about that.
Okay.
But here's the thing, folks. If you gauge it by the elected Republicans that we have in office on the local, on the state, on the federal level, y'all aren't Republicans either. In this race, there's basically what you've got. You've got a progressive Republican governor, a progressive Republican former governor, and then you've got a constitutional conservative. And that's really the issue we have at hand. Both of these guys, what did they do? They increased spending. Charlie Crist increased spending by $6 billion. Rick Scott increased spending by $11 billion. Both of these guys. They're in our wallets. They're in our bedroom. They're in our businesses. I want to talk about business then. Greg and I was trying to hide it with my coat, but both Greg and I are here tonight in shirts from the businesses that we own and operate during the day. We are the people that really understand what's going on out there. We are the people that have faced head-on the struggles that government creates, the hurdles that government puts in the way that's preventing the growth, that's preventing the job creation, that's stopping us from reaching our economic potential, that's stopping us from experiencing economic freedom and individual liberty. And that's what we're trying to overcome. And again, I look around this room, I see a lot of friendly faces. I see a lot of people who I know believe just like I do. That government should be limited. Government should be restrained within the Constitution. Government exists to protect the life, liberty, and property of the people that it serves, and no more. And unfortunately, we have the two parties that have merged into one. I know a lot of you are probably like somewhere between 60 and 80% of what I have to say. You probably like my platform far better than you like Rick Scott's platform. But you're worried about when you go into the voting booth. You're worried, if I cast that vote, what if that causes Charlie Crist to win? I want to ask you what you guys were doing in 2006. Were you out there stumping for Charlie Crist? I know a lot of you were. The point is, there is no difference between these men. And sadly, more and more, there is no difference between these parties. You know, if we don't do something different, we can't expect different results. And if you truly want to change government, you first have to change the way you vote. And I know I came up here, I had no idea what I was going to say, because I didn't even know I was coming up here to speak today. I thought I was just coming over to mingle on the way to Miami, but yeah, I do really want to thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you for the consideration. I know to have libertarians coming in here and speaking to an actual Republican club, that you guys are actually putting yourselves at risk by doing that. I'm sure there's some... Yeah, you could actually lose your membership in the rec over that. And I want you to think about that for a moment. A party that supposedly upholds the First Amendment actually makes you sign a document that says you can't exercise your free speech, and if you do, you're kicked out of the club. Libertarians only have one thing that we ask everyone to sign, and that says that you do not believe in the initiation of force. That's it. You're free to vote for whoever you want, donate to whomever you want, support whomever you want, say anything you want, so long as you're not initiating force for political means. That's it. One simple pledge. We don't have a loyalty oath. We don't have anything like that. We just believe in freedom. So if you believe in freedom, I'm asking you to vote for me, vote for Greg, and consider switching over to the Libertarian Party, because it's the way of the future, folks. We are the ones who stand for the Constitution. We are the ones who stand for liberty and freedom, and we don't compromise. Thank you very much for your time.